Hello, my friends. My name is Clara, and today I am really excited to read Catherine for you guys. You probably read this on my DeviantArt page, so I'm just gonna read it to you guys who don't have a DeviantArt. Sorry to say, but I'm going to say this through one thing before you comment after this video. This takes place in an alternate universe, and my OC Helen doesn't exist at all. So if you're like, oh my god, Helen is there in the Superman 3 universe, oh my god, that means she isn't in the universe. And take in mind, Vera is not a protagonist. She is an antagonist. Just so you know, but in my version, I turn her into a protagonist. Just for the record. Okay, anyway, I hope you enjoy this cringy fanfic of mine. And I forgot to mention you one thing. This contains spoilers. If you haven't seen Misery or Superman 3, go watch them right now or you'll be spoiled. So here we go. In a giant supercomputer, Superman holding his arm in pain, he stood up, then walked away. No! Don't leave us alone in here! Superman! A blonde girl yelled. Superman looked back to her and flew away, leaving the blonde and the dark-haired brunette alone. Oh, I get it. The crucial energy shaft is indicating the grid source factor. Right, the blonde worried. Vera turned to Lorelai in confusion. I heard too, frog-faced. I'm splitting. Lorelai said. She then ran away. Hey, wait a minute! Vera yelled. Ross looked up. Lorelai and Vera are not there. Girls, come out there! Lorelai ran into the main entrance in fear and hugged Ross. Then Vera ran out. Then suddenly a blue beam grabs her from behind. She bends over. Sis! Ross yelled as Vera gets pulled into the computer. Oh no! Oh, help me! Please, what is going on? Vera asked for help, but it was hopeless. Lorelai screamed in fear as she seen the most traumatizing thing she saw in her life. Sis! She yelled. Ross yelled at his sister. Vera screamed in pain as metal slapped on her face. Vera was in terrible pain as she turns into a robot by the supercomputer, possessing her body. She places her hand by the supercomputer, turn it into a robot, hand in the process. God, it hurt, Vera said, almost finishing her sentence as the supercomputer closed her mouth shut. Vera suddenly feels dizzy and lightheaded. She felt dizzy and she felt hungover. She closes her eyes and moans. Sis? Ross asked. Vera opened her eyes, revealing white eyes were no longer human. No more. She was a robot. Lorelai was in shock, stepping away from the possessed Vera. Oh my god, she whispered. The robotized Vera walked into Lorelai and Ross slowly. What is that? Lorelai yelled out loud. Vera slowly points at Lorelai. Huh? Lorelai cried, regretting her decision. Vera's finger shot up with a blue beam, lifting Lorelai up, pinning her to the wall. Ross's face fills up with horror. Lorelai yelps in slight pain as she hits the wall. Lorelai! Ross yelled in fear. Vera stopped zapping the blonde. Help me! Lorelai screamed. Sis, it's your Baba, don't hurt! Ross yelled, but beams come out of Vera's eyes. Ross cried out in agony as he got hit by Vera's laser beam, pinning him, and he falls to the ground. The supercomputer absorbs the city's energy, making it stronger. Superman came back with the acid. Help me! Help! So, Ross yelled in pain. Superman, Lorelai said. Superman walked away, leaving the blonde Lorelai in confusion. Honey, I'm stuck here. Help, what about me? Lorelai screamed. Superman deflected the beam to Vera. The beam was so painful to Vera. She bent over in pain and falls into the supercomputer, knocking her out unconscious. "Look out!" Lorelai screamed. Superman looks back to see two machines shock him with kryptonite. He grunts in pain and walks back. The supercomputer grabs him. He grabs the acid while he was laying down. He puts the acid down and opens it. A big wire chokes him. The acid boils up, bubbling into a mass, destroying the supercomputer. Lorelai was released. She blacked out, limp. Vera's back to human. She wakes up feeling groggy. "Papa?" Vera called out. Vera moves her legs. She groans in agony. "My legs are broken," she yells, and a rock hits her in the head. She slowly loses consciousness, blood dripping from her nose and her forehead. Tears filling up, she remembered something before going to the supercomputer. In her flashback, Vera's agent was Ashley Margarita, who helps her publish her novels. Vera was secretly a writer. She never told her brother or Gus. She kept it a secret. "So, Veronica Webster, why did you keep your writing a secret?" "Because I don't want to get fired. That's why." Vera said. "Oh, well, everyone sure likes those Catherine books," Ashley said, fixing her glasses. "I know. Lorelai read them and never told Papa." Vera said. "Really?" said Ashley, surprisingly. "Yeah, and now I'm free. I just killed Catherine off because I don't like making those kind of romance adventure books," Vera explained. "Oh, what are you working on?" Ashley asked. "Well, I'm working on a book called The Monster. It's about Bigfoot," Vera explains. "Oh, well, I am hiding my manuscript so no one can know." "Oh." Vera left and went to her car to drive to the supercomputer. Her flashback ended. Vera was limp, passed out, and bloody. A hooded girl moved the rocks out of her legs and dragged Vera to the unknown. The hooded girl carried her to an unknown place. "I'm your #1 fan," a female seductive voice as Vera's vision returned, regaining consciousness. "There's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. I'll take good care of you. I'm your #1 fan," a young attractive girl said, who has back-length brown hair and eyes. A great fabulous body, red nails and lips, purple eyeshadow, wearing a long-sleeved crop top with a chest ripped open, revealing her cleavage. Blue shorts with the black tights and blue high heels. She smiled at the wakened Vera. Vera was confused. "Where?" she said. "We're just out near Websco. My house lives next door," the girl said to Vera. "Wait, how long have I been here?" Vera asked. For 3 days. You're going to be fine," the girl said. "My name's Helen Elena." Helen said. "My #1 fan?" Vera mumbled. "Yes, that's right. I'm a high school student and a nurse," Helen said as she got red pills. "Here, take these," Helen said, giving Vera her pills. Vera opened her mouth as Helen put the pills in. Helen got a glass and Vera drinks it. Helen gets a needle from Vera's hand and gets a pencil and puts a band-aid on it. Helen gave her pills. "Here," Helen said to Vera. "What are they?" "They're called Gnarl," Helen explained. "They're for your pain." Vera opened her mouth again and took the pills and drank water. "Thank you," Vera said, smiling. Helen began to wipe the blood out of Vera's head. "Wait, how come I'm not in the hospital?" "Traffic. I couldn't get you there. The road was filled up with cars. I couldn't get you there. You were losing a lot of blood. And the phone lines are not working." "Yeah, but," Vera said, almost finishing her sentence, then pain exploded inside of her. She groans in pain. "You must not tire yourself. You gotta rest," Helen said. "You almost died." Vera nodded her nodded and closed her eyes, falling asleep. Helen sighed and walked away. A few minutes later, Vera was awake, ready for her pills. "Open wide," said Helen, giving her pills. "Your legs just sing grand opera when you move, don't they?" Helen asked. "It's not going to hurt forever, Vera, I promise you." "Will I be able to walk?" Vera asked Helen. "Of course you will. Your arm will be fine too," Helen said. Vera looked at her bandaged arm. "It was a little stubborn, but I finally popped it back in," Helen explained as she rolled back the covers, revealing Vera's broken, deformed legs. Vera gasped in shock. "When I am most proud of the work I did on those legs, and certainly when I had around the house, I don't think a doctor who could done any better. Not as bad as it looks. You've got a compound fracture on the tibia and both legs, and the fibula in the right leg is fractured too. I can hear the bones moving, so it's best your legs remain immobile," Helen explained. Vera was shocked and disgusted at the same time. She looked at Helen, worried. "Don't worry, sweetie. As soon as the roads are open, I'll take you to a hospital. In the meantime, you've got a lot of recovering to do," Helen said, putting her poofy hair in a bun. "I consider it an honor that you could do it in my home." Helen rolled up the covers on Vera.